Morning folks, welcome back to Cumbrian Homestead. 29th of April, Monday. And just think, just a few weeks ago I'd have been sat in an office somewhere in an attic room talking to depressed and anxious people. But now I'm out in this fabulous spring day. Anyway, I'm just going to show you walking over to Ken's plot 41, and we got his potatoes in yesterday. 5 rows in that bit over there, and 4 rows over there and 5 rows in this section here. I had to rotivate it because it was quite wet and heavy, and the rotavator fluffed it up quite nicely, so it wasn't too bad. Anyway, I'll take you back over to mine now. Anyway, yesterday I also managed to shift some more manure from that one into this one because this had already started to sink down, and it's heating up really nicely. There was a huge amount of steam coming off it and I took some out, so I'm trying to keep an eye on the moisture content, keep watering it, as Terry King advised that straw will compost really quite well if it's kept moist. So that's something I'm trying to keep my eye on and improve, really, so that hopefully by next year that'll be really well rotted. So today's job, I've got to go over to the micro orchard and just mow the grass. Go on guys, get stuck in. And I've got some more multi-sown beet and steer-on onions to plant out. Took the covers off this middle plot, and you can see that actually there's hardly a single weed anywhere. So from now on, every year they're going to get covered at the end of the season, because that's just saved so much time and effort. There was just a couple of rogue potatoes growing up. So that's the other job I've got to do at some point, is get these frames covered with the EnviroMesh. Right, well that's the grass cut on the micro orchard, so I'm back over on the plot now, and what I want to do is get these multi-sown beetroot planted. So I'll just give them a little bit of water, just hopefully that they'll come out of their cells nice and smoothly. Do the same with the multi-sown spinach. Maybe even those steer-on. See them there? They're looking pretty good, as though I think they could go out as well. I'll hang on with those. The second lot of Monge 2 are making an appearance. It's great. I actually put the dwarf French beans in the greenhouse because it's too cold still outside from really, even with a glass frame over it, just wasn't getting hot enough, I don't think. Asparagus, it's looking really good. That's gonna probably be put out soon. Right, so anyway, I'll get on and do these multi-sown beets. Right, so I've got the spinach interplanted between the young elephant garlic, because they're not going to grow like those, because they were just like little offsets. So I'm growing them on to replant later on, probably about November, and eventually they will get that size. So to make use of the space, the spinach has gone in there, and we've got the multi-sown beets in, and I've just given those a little bit of grow more just to help them, give them a little bit of a boost. So that is pretty much that bed. There's just one space there for something, a spinach plant or whatever, doesn't matter to me, cluster of onions, lettuce, what have you. So the beds are starting to fill up nicely now. This bed is reserved for courgettes. They've all germinated, so hopefully by the end of, we're on 29th of April now, so hopefully by the end of May they'll be in there. That'll be that bed full. That's full. This space here hopefully will be used up by the next batch of multi-sown tern onions. And I've got some chitted zabroon shallots that seem to be growing okay up at home, so hopefully they'll sort of plug that gap in there, and then that will be all those beds. Apart from this one, obviously is going to be French beans in staggered sowing, so again I'll just do some quick you know, lettuce, radish, stuff like that. Then there's another row of peas I showed you before, they're just coming through now. They'll be going along there, and then there's a little space for something just along here, so that'll be all the raised beds full. The potatoes are just making an appearance now, and then pretty much I think these two beds here are going to be full of brassicas, because they are certainly ramping on now. Ramping on or romping on? Anyway, whatever. But if you see that's the broccoli, purple sprouting broccoli, those seem to be growing the most vigorous, so I'm going to have to start to get those hardened off, and they'll be going out first. And then we've got calabrese and kale. So, and then the other thing I've got to do this afternoon is dig this side over. I've manured it, so get that dug in. And then we're ready for planting these Crimson Crush. You can see them down there. They're coming along really, really well. We can get those out. Right, see you later. Okay, that's the other side of the greenhouse. Border manured and dug in. And so I might even get these Crimson Crush in later on this week. They're looking pretty good plants now. Yeah, so we'll see how we go on, but I might get those in later this week or early next week, but I'm pretty sure they'll be fine to go in now. Let's see, 36.9 degrees centigrade. I don't want to spend too long in here then. Right, so I've got that other tray of multi-sown tern onion, and there's still room for probably another tray there, so by the time they're ready to go out, hopefully we'll be picking some of those. These will be not far behind and they'll be coming on, so we should have a nice succession. As you can see they're popping through now. That's Rocket, that's the first early. The Nicola from a row and a half, haven't just come through yet, but the Picasso, you see there, it's just starting to poke through now. That's great. And I was mentioning about the asparagus. I don't know whether this will come out on the camera or not, but let's see if it will. There's one there. Yeah, there. And then there should be another two. So there should be 4 crowns in there. Maybe the other two are just slow coming through, but the other ones I've sown from seed are going to go one trench along there and one trench along there. So, and then the rest, of course, fill up this trench here. So I might go ahead and get another trench dug out now. Actually, yeah, that's my next job. Right, okay, that's the trench taken out. Muck in. I actually think I'm going to plant them now and fill up that little bit and get 3 plants in that trench there, I think. So what I'm going to do is just pull a little bit of the soil back in, plant them, and then pull some more soil back in over them. As far as I understand, you do it gradually rather than all at once. So let's get on with it. Right, well there we are. So that's 10 of the ones I've grown from seed, the asparagus I've grown from seed, gone in. So I think I've got 11 plants left. So I've got to pot. That's another little job for tomorrow, to pot the others on, because they're just in seed modules at the moment. So then by the time we've got those 7 in there, I'll have 4 left, which I'll keep potting them on, and then I'll keep them over winter. And then I suppose if I lose any of these, I've got a backup. So actually I think I'll pot them on now. That'll be my last job for today. And then I was just looking at this bed here. I think a job for tomorrow is I'll rake it out level, get any weed out, and I'm going to put a load of muck on, saturate it and recover it with black polythene, with the thinking that hopefully it'll have about a month to really heat up and break down, and then by the end of May I can plant the courgettes straight into it. That's the plan. Right, we'll leave it there. I'll see you later. I'll just finish with a shot of this magnificent blossom.